Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome, bringing you yet another Mortal Kombat X tutorial. This tutorial is going to be teaching you how to use Vorah's Brutalities. So without any further ado, if you would like to see a specific brutality, feel free to hop on down to the description below where you'll find timestamps to help you get to each one. Otherwise, if you're interested in learning all of Vorah's Brutalities, then stick along with me. I'm going to be using the Swarm Queen variation, and we'll see you there. Alright guys, so first up we have the Migraine Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you can be in any one of Vorah's variations. Now what's key to doing this is you need at least 50% or more of your health remaining, or this will not work unfortunately. And next up you're going to want to finish off your opponent with the Incubator charge. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's not really the point. So, down back B to do that, or down back circle. And then while that move is underway, make sure you hold forward in the direction of your opponent, as you would probably assume. So here we go. Down back B or down back circle. Simple as that. It's only about a 6% damage, not very strong. And you really just have to watch your opponent's health. I don't think you can use the enhanced version of this, unfortunately, to finish this off. So simply enough, just watch your opponent, and this should do it though. And again, when you use it, make sure you push in the direction of your opponent, which is forward, of course. And there we have it, my friends. Simple enough. A great start to a very gross and gruesome little brutality fest that Vorah likes to show off with her bug-like skills. On to the next one, my friends. Alright guys, so next up we have the Fly Swatter Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you can be in any one of Vorah's variations. And what's key to this, in my opinion, is that you use the Swarm Queen variation. And that seems to be because when I go to get this combo that you're going to need to pull off, it seems to be the only one that has the moves that allow me to reach the full amount of combo capacity I need to then transition into the backward air throw. Now, as usual, I'm going to give you an example for all of this, as this one seems to be a lot tougher than most of the brutalities I have showcased previously, and I'm going to be starting in training mode for the first time, as this one, again, we're going to need some room for error, because even myself struggles with it sometimes. I don't know if it was proper grammar at all, but anyways, on we go. So first up, we have the Plague Bearer combo. Now that is YX or triangle square on the PlayStation, and it should look simply like this. Nothing too special, but again, this is just to get some hits in because we need a combo of 4 hits at least. So then you're going to want to transition into your Bug Bomb, which is, again, exclusive to Swarm Queen and why I suggested it to you. And make sure it is the enhanced version. Now that is down forward X or down forward square, and then the right trigger or R2 to enhance it. So here we go. Simple enough. So let's put those two together. And there we have it. Now, you're going to want your Vortex Swarm, which is down back X or down back square. Simple as that. So let's put all those together. And there you have it. Now, once you have your opponent lifted up by the Vortex Swarm, you're going to want to jump up and hit them with down square, which is a knockdown move to make them hit the ground and bounce back up again. And this is the final transition before you move into your backward air throw. So let me demo that for you. Again, it is down X or down square while you're in mid-air. Here we go. And boom, like that. Simple enough. As you'll notice, she'll bounce back up, and that's your opportunity to jump up a second time and use the backward air throw. Now, the backward air throw is a little bit tough to get, even for myself, very much so. And what you need to do is hold down in the left button or down in L1, and once you have them in your grip for sure, move as quickly as you can to the back button. So let's try that. And there we have it. Now, you'll know it is not working properly if she does not fly around them and then kick them like that. Let's try and get it wrong this time. See if I can get her. There we go. So as you can see, she threw them forward this time. So that's incorrect. What you want for sure is to get it so she throws them behind you, and that can only be achieved if you move your fingers fast enough to hold the back button once she has them in that throw. So let's try this again. One more time, maybe. There we go. All right. So let me try and put this all together for you. Apologies if it takes me a couple tries, as, again, this is a very tough demonstration to pull off with all the stress of having to do it so perfectly. So here we go. Let's try it. And boom. No. You see, I almost had it, but the problem is I threw her forward and not backwards, and that's very key to doing this properly. So here we go. Let's try it again. And there. Hop. And the grab itself in the air can be so tough to get because sometimes I personally move to grab her, and instead of grabbing her, I just move right to the back button. There we go. Alright, So that should be what it looks like. Let's try it one more time. One more time, one more time. There we go. Alright, my friends. Hopefully this was a good enough example for you. Let's move on to the actual fight now so you can get a full demonstration as to what the brutality looks like when it's pulled off properly. Alright guys, so here we are with a final demonstration. Hopefully this goes as intended. And let's move into it. Again, we're going to use the Plague Bearer combo, transition into the Bug Bomb, transition into the Vortex Swarm. While your opponent is in the air, jump up and hit down X or down square to knock them down on the ground, and then jump back up with them and use the backward air throw. Wish me luck, because I am definitely going to struggle here with this. And there we go. Ooh, see? Messed it up already. Let's try again. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So there we have it, my friends. This is definitely one you're going to want to practice. I had to practice for multiple hours before I could get this one brutality. Unlike many of the brutalities, which only take me maybe like 10 minutes at the max to get. Because, you know, some of them are as simple as throws. But this definitely gave me some, a lot of a challenge. I would definitely recommend you train with this one, practice it. But if you can get this in a real battle, you will definitely shame your opponents, no doubt. On to the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Incubate Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you need to be in Vorah's Broodmother variation. Now, what's key to doing this is you're going to need to perform at least 3 crawler attacks, which is down forward A or down forward X, and then you want your final hit to come from a throw, which is generally left button or L1, or if you're more of an arcade style grip holder, the X and A button or the square and X button on the PlayStation. So as usual, I'm going to provide you with an example. So again, down forward A or down forward X, and you need at least 3 of your crawlers to hit. So here's one, and there we go. Can we throw another? I think her crawler has a slight cooldown on it. But here we go, there's 2. And simply enough, here is 3. There we go. Alright, and from there, really simply, you just got to finish your opponent with a throw, which again is left button or L1, or if you have an arcade style grip, X and A or square and X on the PlayStation. So here we go, guys. Let's finish this up. Yeah, gross. This one's so gross. Ah. Oh man, it's Vorah's, again, she's just such a nasty, gross character, but like, I love that brutality because it totally fits her style. It fits exactly the style of combat she has and whatnot, and like just her whole theme as being a bug. You know, if I was incubated by like a bug, I feel like that for me would just be the worst way to die, knowing something is inside me eating me from the way out. But on to the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Bug Zapper Brutality. In order to perform this brutality, you need to be in Vorah's Swarm Queen variation. Now, you're going to want to start off by stunning your opponent with the Bug Bomb, which is down forward X and the right trigger, or down forward square and the R2 button. Now, of course, this is an enhanced version of the Wasp Grenade, and you want to make sure you do this before transitioning on to your final Infestation move, which is down back X with the right trigger or down back square with the R2 button, and that is of course the enhanced version of the Vortex Swarm. So as usual, I'm going to give an example in this, and it's very key that when you go to pull off this brutality, you are standing at full screen distance, and this can be tough sometimes because your opponent won't always be at such a distance, but if you can hit them with that Bug Bomb, then that will stun them, and you will be able to hold them in place long enough to get off your Infestation move. So, a Wasp Grenade looks like this. It's the non-enhanced version, but I just want to give you an example as to what it should look like in general. Just like that, and we're going to use the enhanced version of that, and of course the Vortex Swarm, which is the non-enhanced version of Infestation, just like that. And again, Wasp Grenade is down forward X, and Vortex Swarm is down back X, or down forward square, down back square. Now, as usual, let's move on to the finale. So you want to get to a full screen distance and then simply use your Bug Bomb and hit them with the Infestation from all the way over there. So here we go. And here we go. And there we have it, my friends. Another gross brutality. The bugs raise them in the air and rip them in half. You really can't die in a more gruesome way than a bunch of bugs flooding through your body so rapidly that you get cut clean in half, really. So on to the next one. Alright guys, so last up we have the Acid Burn Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you need to be in Vorah's Venomous variation. Now what's key to doing this is you need to hit your opponent with all 6 hits of your bug spray, which can be a little bit confusing to some people as they are not aware the bug spray ability is a ability you can hold the X button or square button on in order to elongate the amount of time that it is used. So as usual, I'm going to give you an example, and again, your final hit must come from the bug spray itself, as you'd likely assume, as it suggests all 6 hits of the bug spray must come into contact with your opponent. So here we go. Now a normal bug burst is down forward X, and it should look exactly like that if you hold square. If you don't hold square, it's going to look like a little spurt, but if you hold square or X, you'll get that result. So really, that's all there is to it, and you want to use the enhanced version. That's very key to doing this properly, and there's really nothing else to it. So let's just move on to it. Here we go, and there we have it, my friends. It's a really simple move. It's very easy to do. You just have to use the enhance. You really have no requirements for this other than the fact that you need the entire length of the actual move to come in contact with your opponent. So just make sure you hold the square or the X button when you're doing this. So there we have it, my friends. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did indeed help you out, please leave me a like or a comment down below letting you know what you thought or what you might like to see in the future for more content. And if you'd like to see more content in general, feel free to subscribe, because I promise you there's plenty more coming. So without any further ado, thank you all Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode, and we'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe, stay happy. So here we go. One more throw should do it. Mashing the buttons. There we go, my friends. Simple brutality, very nice. Definitely makes that arm breaking